Texting and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
Area code 315, Syracuse, New York. I fell off the bed in the middle of it. He yelled 5-second rule and kept on going. I think I'm in love. Boston, Massachusetts, area code 617. Just gave a Yankee fans wrong directions to Fenway. Welcome to Boston, a-hole. And from 440 in Lorain, Ohio, the ticket read, found nude in a tree.
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
Back to Ohio and Cincinnati, area code 513. You tried to wear your Jesus costume into family Christian stores and say it was a book signing. From the 410 in Baltimore, Maryland, some guy shouted F America during the national anthem. I decked him. They threw him out. USA! USA! And from Chicago, area code 312. I remember going home with 2 girls, but I woke up with 4.
Hey, we found them in your telephone in inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
From the area code 253, Tacoma, Washington. Well, for starters, I'm drinking vodka out of a bell pepper. Fort Worth, Texas, area code 817. What's this red stuff in a water bottle in my fridge that's labeled not for baby turtles? And from right down the road in Allentown, area code 610. You drunk dialed me talking about the stages of mitosis. There's no way you didn't ace your biofile.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix in inTEXTicated on Rock 107. Tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
I'm kind of shocked we're having an office Halloween party this weekend. What do I go as? I already have the Bride of Frankenstein costume, but the last time I wore that, it took me 3 hours to get ready. And by 10 o'clock, my makeup was peeling and it looked like I had leprosy. I could go as a political candidate and make a statement, but those plastic masks are always so hot and you have to keep pulling them off to eat mini meatballs and chicken skewers. I could take the easy route, tape a quarter to my back and be a quarterback, or put on an eye patch and be a pirate. But let's be honest, that's not cute, and I'm trying to get the hot guy in IT to notice me. I want to make Jimmy jealous. Yep, I'm going to stop by the party store and buy a costume. I'll grab whatever they have in my size, or one size smaller. I hope I still have those fishnets.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
I'm Prospector. It's imperative for us to understand each other, be more empathetic, and we do that by walking a mile in each other's shoes. And we'll start with the ladies on Rock 107. It's Prospector. Just before the commercials, we spent a minute inside a woman's head. Now it's time for the male perspective, but a man's attention span is much shorter.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Can't believe we're still having an office Halloween party. I bet none of the women wear anything hot. What am I going to wear? I got it. I'll tape a quarter to my back and go as a quarterback. Genius.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Beastie Boys at Northeast PA's Classic Rock, Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector. And you look, for years I've been on the air whining, screaming, yelling about trick-or-treaters and how much I hate them. There is something about Halloween I love and embrace and enjoy, and that is candy. Who doesn't love candy? My Prospector Halloween candy bracket endeavors to find the best candy to give for trick-or-treaters. And yesterday, Snickers beat Almond Joy. Kit Kat moved past Skittles, although that was tighter. So now Milky Way, Snickers, Reese's, Kit Kat have all moved on. Today's poll, Tootsie Rolls versus M&M, and I'm literally voting as we speak. And then Starburst and Three Musketeers. What do you think? Who would you vote for? Go to rock107.com, make your vote known. The winners move on to the next round. And tomorrow morning, we have another 2 sets of candies ready to go as we take these 16 candies and make them the best, one singular, greatest, most amazing Halloween candy ever. I can't do it without you. Let's have a little fun, something silly. We can vote for something that doesn't matter, so there's no need to argue on Twitter about it. Go to rock107.com. Click Prospector's Halloween Candy, then look at the nominees, take a look at those polls, and make your vote known, and help decide the best candy to give out for Halloween ever with me, Prospector, on Rock 107. Because you know why? It's important.
When he feels alone in this world, he reminds himself that he's a valued customer at Garrity's.
Price check on the classic rock aisle.
Prospector on Rock 107.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A woman in Brazil gave birth in an elevator last month after she couldn't make it to the hospital in time. But it's all good because her husband, who was with her, happens to be an OBGYN who's delivered more than 5,000 babies. She and the new daughter are doing great.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. We all have a set of guiding principles, the preconceptions and generalizations regarding fundamental issues of one's life and of the entire world. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, we tend never to abandon our beliefs. These are things Prospector believes on Rock 107.
People who say no one cares actually care. They may hate it, but that's still caring. If you don't know the difference between a merge and a yield, you shouldn't be allowed to drive, or hold a job, or breathe. Stranger Things is just a live-action version of Scooby-Doo.
Well, now we know the reason he turned out the way he did. That was Things Prospector Believes on Rock 107.
It's always been an issue for me. I remember as a kid just being excited by the Burger King commercials in the mid-'70s. They came out and were talking about special orders don't upset us, and you can have it your way at Burger King, because that's important to me, because when I order a burger, it's very, very plain. That's just who I am. And it's not the only food I'm like that with. For some reason, that jingle came up the other day, and my wife started singing it, but she did not sing the words that I remembered. So we're going to get her on the phone this morning, and you can hear what she's saying, and then what the real lyrics are, and why I think it's so funny. We're dialing up my wife, Tara, this morning.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know it's your husband, right?
Yes.
All right, just checking. So the other day I don't even know how it came up. We were talking and you started singing a jingle for a restaurant. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yes.
No, what are you laughing about?
Because I don't know the words.
All right, so what we're talking about is the Burger King restaurants. Remember the old Have It Your Way commercials. And what did you sing?
Do you want me to sing it or say it?
No, I want you to sing it.
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, shut up, baby, you upset us.
Now, why would you think a TV commercial, especially one that started in the 70s, would have "shut up, baby" in the jingle?
I don't know. Back in the 70s, people didn't get offended. That would make perfect sense.
Right, but when you're a TV commercial, you don't want to tell your customers to shut up.
Shut up, baby. They're being nice.
Shut up, baby. So when I tell you to shut up now, I should just say "shut up, baby," and it'll all be good?
No.
I didn't think so. All right.
Yeah.
Shut up, baby. You upset us.
Yes.
So you're coming in the restaurant like Larry. I want my Whopper without pickles. Shut up, baby. You upset us.
Yes.
Would you like to know what the real lyrics to that part of the song are?
Yeah, what are they?
All right, here, hang on. Pay attention.
Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
I like my version better.
So it's hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us.
Shut up, baby.
So I think we have a new career for you, which is writing really poor jingles.
Okay, maybe I'll make a lot of money.
How are you going to make money if you're insulting the customers?
You never know.
Yeah.
I could find a good clientele for that.
Could you sing it the right way? Do you remember the lyrics?
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us.
There you go. Yeah.
No, I like my version better.
All right, one more time. What is your ridiculous version of the song?
Now I'm getting confused. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Shut up, baby, you upset us.
All right, I got one last thing to say to you, honey. Okay, I'm gonna preface it. I'm gonna preface it with "I love you."
Okay.
Shut up, baby.
No.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
If you're attacked, it really helps to have Power Rangers nearby and ready to act. There's a new ramen shop in Oakland, California, and last Friday, something wild happened there. A woman ran into the restaurant saying her life was in danger, and a man ran in after her and put her in a chokehold. The employees at the restaurant were dressed as Power Rangers. Yeah, really. And they immediately jumped to the woman's aid. The Yellow Ranger and the Black Ranger asked the man to leave, but then he swung at them. So the Yellow Ranger blocked the hit, grabbed the guy's collar, and started dragging him out of the place. The woman was told to hide in the kitchen while the man was kicking and screaming anti-Asian racial slurs. The Power Rangers got him outside and called the cops, but it took him a half hour to get there, and during that time he was throwing stuff at the windows and trying to get back in, which he apparently did. So a bunch of Power Rangers went out, locked the door, and piled on top of him outside till the cops arrived. Cops detained the man, who they believe was having some kind of mental health crisis. He's still being evaluated, and it's unclear what charges he'll face.
Nominee number 2.
Here's an idiot who won't be getting back with his ex anytime soon. A guy in South Carolina is facing charges after he stole his ex-girlfriend's mom's ashes so he could sell them to get money for drugs. His name is Jackson Rutland, and he's 19 years old. He called his ex last Wednesday at 5:40 in the morning and told her he took those ashes. He said he took some of her mom's cremated remains and was planning to sell them to get money to buy heroin, which really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? No one seems to know why, where, or how he thought he could sell the ashes, but it doesn't sound like he stole an urn. Just an ashes, like a handful, put them in a container. His ex-girlfriend wasn't home when he called, but came back and found the back door kicked in and the ashes on the floor, so apparently he spilled some too. Cops arrested Jackson the next day. He's facing charges for burglary, as well as destruction, desecration, or removal of human remains.
And the winner is...
the guy who tried to sell his ex-girlfriend's mom's ashes to get money for drugs. All right, look, I know you're an addict, but what the heck were you thinking? Where are you going to sell that kind of stuff? Who's the buyer? What makes it valuable? Oh, you're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. And to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.